Lou Basenese here to cover the market for us. Does today's inflation report, 2.7% consumer price inflation of the past 12 months, is that a cooling of inflation enough to make you predict a series of rate hikes and a big stock market rally?
I predicted either way before this inflation report, because this one's a little bit tough because of the government shutdown. I think Wells Fargo said, don't take this with a grain of salt, take it with the entire salt shaker. Because if you look at it, there was a 0% increase in shelter, which has been one of the stickiest, most stubborn components of inflation. But here's what I have to tell you. The Fed's got to focus on what could really ruin this economy quicker, and that's a deceleration in the labor market. It's much more fragile. You can tolerate higher prices and them running hot for a little bit longer and a lot easier than you can here. So I think the bent in 2026 is to cut more than one time, probably 2 to 3 times, given what we're seeing here in the economy.
Now, President Trump last night was saying, look, we're going to get an economic boom. He's hanging his hat on that for the midterms. That's helping the market, surely.
Absolutely. And here's what I think is important, too. What's holding up inflation are structural problems. It's housing, right? The real estate market. It's the energy market. It's insurance. It's healthcare. Those are all things that President Trump and the administration is addressing. So should be a downward pull on inflation as the economy heats back up. It's not demand driven. So there's no fear in my mind that a consumer with more money, higher wages, high profit margins on Wall Street is going to drive prices up again.
Are we going to get back into tech stocks, big tech?
Whoever got out of them. I'm never leaving tech stocks. They dominate the market.
Well, can we get back to the highs for the tech
Yes,
stocks?
absolutely. I think you have to delineate. Right now, the market is being choosy between ones that are funding things with debt versus operating cash flow. So the Oracles of the world, the Metas of the world, they're spending too much debt, and everyone's worried that that might be a harbinger of a destruction in demand. But then you look at Micron. I mean, the only company that did better and beat expectations more was NVIDIA. I mean, this was a beat by billions of dollars and 73% on the bottom line. So if there's any concern that the AI boom is dead or this is a bubble, go look at Micron's report. It's the strongest one I've ever seen, I think.
Good stuff. You stay there for the hour, please. I want more on this because I love this rally. Lou Basenese is back with me this morning, and he's brought some stock picks, fortunately. Let's start with Eli Lilly. Why do you like it?
I love it for so many reasons. This is a company in the S&P 500 that doesn't get enough credit. It actually accounts for the most earnings out of any other company in it. Most people think it's a one-drug, one-hit wonder, but I'm here to tell you that they have a pipeline of drugs that's going to keep expanding. They have their next peptide, retatrutide, that's done really well in clinical trials that is targeting 3 receptors. They just had data out this morning about a pill that you could take to keep the weight loss off after you've been on their weight loss drug, their GLP-1, for over a year. And I think you're going to see, just like we saw with Merck's Keytruda, which was in combination with over 1,500 other drugs, GLP-1s like Eli Lilly's be used in combination to treat cancer, neurodegenerative diseases. It's going to expand from here. This will be the biggest selling drug in the world ever, in my opinion.
Well, that's a good reason.
It's a $1 trillion stock. I think it's going to $2 trillion, no problem from here.
It just moved up a little bit as you were speaking.
Definitely not me.
That was you. You did that. Now you like a company called Terawulf.
Yeah, Terawulf, we've talked about this before. They're one of the AI data center players that is building the data centers to facilitate the high power compute. They pivoted from Bitcoin, but here's what I like about them. I've met with the CFO, the CEO multiple times. These guys' entire careers have been spent in the power industry. They're not finance bros that have pivoted from Wall Street or Bitcoin to figure out this data center play. They're experienced operators. I think they'll do very well executing in this space where other people are trying to compete.
Luke, thank you very much indeed. Now this. Interesting story. Some airports are lifting a rule that's been in place since the 9/11 terror attacks. Lauren, what are airports bringing back?
Allowing non-travelers to go through security. That means friends and family can go right up to the gate to see a loved one off or to greet them coming in.
Or to ask for them to marry them. Remember that?
Oh, so romantic.
Remember Crazy Rich Asians?
That was a scene in Crazy Rich.
Yeah, the guy runs to the airport.
That was so unexpected coming from you. I'm going to watch that movie tonight. I don't remember the movie. I know I've seen it.
I interrupted you. I'm very sorry.
No, that's okay.
Keep going.
Well, Sean Duffy has done so much to modernize air travel. He wants you to act differently, dress differently when you go to the airport. Now you can bring some friends and family all the way through security. You do have to apply a week ahead of time, get approved, and go through the actual security to make sure you're not carrying anything on you. But they're allowing it once again.
Yeah, as a frequent traveler, I hate this idea because it's just going to be more crowded at the gate. It's just there's not enough room. But
I never thought
there's special exceptions.
Right. You're absolutely right. Right.